Here we are again with episode 12. We're nearly halfway there and it's only been like 5 days, I think. So I'm getting through them a lot quicker than the other series, which is good. We won't wait anymore and jump straight into it. I think this might be the second most iconic Saddle Club song. It's one that a lot of people know the words to, a lot that everyone recognises as a Saddle Club song. So besides Hello World, I think this would be the second most iconic song. Tell me if you agree.
Where we started rhymes with begin. We started riding in the riding ring.
It makes me think what the clue would have been to lead to that exact tree. Like, what would the clue have been, you know, so they would find that exact tree out of every tree in the entire forest? What was the clue that led them to that exact tree? I always wonder that. Because, you know, out of all the trees, Lisa made a beeline straight to that one. What was so significant about that tree, I wonder? He must have been pretty bored. How long is this gonna take? Drive down to get a book or a magazine and a drink?
Drew, those clues were too hard.
Veronica, Lisa managed to figure them out, so don't gripe.
Just because you were not first.
Well done to everyone. But Lisa was the first one home, so she'll be captain and lead rider of our navigation riding team that takes on cross county this Saturday.
Way to go, champion Lisa.
It always wonders me, people crossing in lives, like if this one particular event didn't happen, would we still cross paths? The first time we meet Phil is from the mountain trail overnight, and then after meeting Phil, cross county becomes their regular pony club that they compete against. And I always wonder, if they didn't meet on the mountain trail overnight, would they have still met? They seem to be so involved with cross county that why were they not involved with cross county before meeting Phil? This sounded more correspondent in my head. Like, how had they not met Phil before, or was meeting Phil the one that made them go, yeah, we'll compete against your pony club more often? I don't know, it sounded more straightforward in my head. Make of that what you will.
The purpose of navigation riding is to test more than riding ability. It's direction finding and the comprehension of clues that gets you to the finish line.
And they were too hard for you, remember?
Yeah.
She doesn't like people touching her stuff.
I'd love to have one like this.
Ashley, look what you've done.
It's Murphy's Law. What can go wrong will go wrong.
Deborah, could we use your washing machine? Sure, you're in luck. I was just about to put a load on.
Isn't it like a community washing machine? Before Deborah came along, Mrs. Reg did wash things in the washing machine. We saw that in season 1, that there was a washing machine before Deborah came along. Isn't it like a communal one too? Why do they have to get permission? Like, I know a lot of our riding adjustments do have some kind of community washing machine.
I can throw your stuff in with mine. No thanks. No, it's no trouble. No, we should do our own dirty work. Dirty work? Clothes? Dirty clothes? Okay then. You go right ahead. I'll put my stuff in after you've finished. Thanks.
They are very mature girls. Like, when I was, are they maybe 11, 10 or 11 or 12? No, the girl, Lisa's 13, so that would make them at least 11. I didn't know how to use a washing machine when I was 11. The fact that they know how to use one on delicate clothing as well, good for them.
Carol, don't you think it's a bit weird that Phil is allowed to wander around Pine Hollow?
He's Stevie's boyfriend. What's the problem?
And that he is part of Pine Hollow as well. He signed up for Saturday lessons. He does pay money to contribute into Pine Hollow. He has a right to be there too.
He's riding for the opposition next week.
And it's not like you're planning your strategy out now. I mean, what's he going to hear from the grapevine? Nothing, you're not planning anything.
Phil?
That was kind of a delayed response. Like, we heard the door open almost like before he did. Like, if I was trying to keep something a secret and I heard a slight noise, I'd jump beforehand. So he had a bit of a delayed reaction, especially seeing he's trying to sneak around.
Look, I'd like to tell you, but I can't.
Why not?
Because it'd be all over the stables in no time.
How do you figure that?
Because girls are gossips.
Where do you get your prejudice about girls from?
I've got...
The fact that there seems to be a lot of word of mouth. Like going back to Dorothee's episode, for example. You somehow told Dorothee that her horse was stolen and kept in an unhygienic paddock. That's what he's talking about. You couldn't even keep that from Dorothee. Sure, tell Dorothee's parents. Do not tell Dorothee. That's what he's going on about. Everyone seems to know everything about what's going on, even though they're never told. I'm with Phil. I'm keeping it a secret because for some reason things just get around.
What?
Don't pull a face if you're not going to explain yourself.
Lisa, I'd like to talk something over with you. I'm not trying to cause trouble or anything.
Yes, you are. That's why you're telling Lisa.
Phil is two-timing Stevie. With Carol. You're dreaming. Afraid not.
I don't think it can really be called two-timing when they're teenagers. Like, two-timing is more like an adult term. I wouldn't really call what is going on in Veronica's head two-timing. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're kids. And that's not really an appropriate term for kids.
Of course not. Still, I reckon we should tell Carol what's being said about her behind her back. Okay.
To be fair, and like this happens to me a lot in workplaces as well, like things get said about me behind my back, and once I find out it really hurts me. So in some situations, what you don't know can't hurt you, and sometimes it's best not to say anything.
Wait, I've got an idea. My aunt does a lot of tie-dyeing and stuff. I'll take it to her tonight.
Good thinking, Melanie.
And wasn't Melanie the one who said that Veronica wouldn't notice? You don't think Veronica's going to go back to her spot to realise her jacket's gone when she goes home for the night? I'm sure she's going to realise it's been taken. Oh, Christy's riding Comanche today. See, I like it when Christy at least gets to ride other horses because it shows that she doesn't always get priority over Bark, and I wish they did that with Lisa more, showing Lisa, yes, you get priority over Prancer when it's a lesson, however when it's a free ride, you don't get that priority, someone else does. And I wish they showed that more with Lisa like they do with Christy.
Wonder where Phil is.
Who knows with guys? They just do whatever they want.
Just ignore her, Stevie.
Out of all the spots, out of all the streams, you all had to go to the same one? Why?
It's loading. It's not life-threatening. Please go to the lounge whilst Red and I have a talk.
But Drew, what do you think it is?
We need a vet now.
What do you think it is? Go to the lounge, we'll examine them, we'll call the vet, but there's no point you guys being here stressing us out when we can't even think ourselves. Give us a minute. We'll tell you what it is as soon as we know.
And his horse is the only one which isn't sick.
Are we talking about Phil here?
Don't you see? It's the only explanation which fits the facts.
I'm pretty sure there's other horses that aren't sick. It's just your horses. So if the entire Pine Hollow is involved with cross county on Saturday, don't you think all the other horses should be sick as well? So far it's just your horses. The facts don't fit, Veronica. If you wanted to disadvantage Pine Hollow, don't you think every single horse in Pine Hollow would be disadvantaged somehow?
Then tell me why Phil's horse, which will be riding against us on Saturday, is the only one fit and healthy.
She's got a point.
Have you checked the other horses in the paddock? I mean, usually if I just check the stable horses, I'm sure the other horses in the paddock are fine. Should worse come to worse, ride another school horse. It's not the end of the world. Don't these horses look fit and healthy?
You actually think I would poison your horses?
We don't, Phil. But Veronica does.
I do too. How else could it have happened?
And I'm so sure that you did it, that I'm taking Garnet home for the night. I'll see you later.
I would love to use that. Just take my horse home for the night. Like, I can understand Veronica. She lives in a mansion. She's air in Willow Creek. I'm sure she has a nice house with a big backyard and probably a personal stable in there. However, a lot of people can't use that excuse because legally horses have to be kept on a certain number of acres. So I can't take my horse home and keep her in the backyard because it just doesn't work out. Yay for Veronica for having that privilege, but not everybody does. Oh, you forgot to take it home last night, but you're here to pick it up now. Oh yeah, walk in just as that happens.
What's happened to my coat?
I don't know. Why ask us?
I wore it a couple of days ago and it was fine.
Maybe you've put on weight.
Jumped 2 sizes since Tuesday?
It's a difficult age you're at.
What's that mean?
Well,
Puppy fat, that's what she's going on about.
at your age, it's hard to keep slim because you have more money to spend on ice cream and chocolate.
Nonsense. I'm just building muscle from all the riding I'm doing. Trim, taut, and terrific.
Don't you just love that reverse psychology sort of thing?
What is it?
Like you don't know, Phil. I'll be quiet, Christy.
Oh, the lab isn't sure, but they think it's a heavy metal like lead or chromium.
But where would you find such stuff?
It's an industrial byproduct.
I think that's quite amazing that they got their lab results back in less than 24 hours. Usually I have to wait like 72 hours to get results back. And that's for humans.
Drew? I think Phil is two-timing Stevie with Carol.
Well, you know, they're still young.
Exactly. They don't know any better, so you can overlook it, can't you?
Is he on a typewriter? Laptops did exist. Why are you on a typewriter? Unless if it is a typewriter, which it looks like one.
I don't think I should really get involved in this one, Veronica.
But if Phil and Stevie were married...
Well, isn't it the same with girls? You've got to trust them.
Well, you can trust girls.
Wait.
Really? You're the one starting rumours that Carol's a two-timer. Can you really trust girls? I mean, you think Deborah's two-timing her husband with Drew? Can you really trust that? Can you really, really trust girls?
Wait.
I'm not doing the poisoning. Veronica's poisoning people's minds. You've got to believe me.
I believe you, Phil.
But she has her doubts. Did you know she couldn't complete her sentence? She stumbled on a few words. She has her doubts.
You're not feeling well, are you, boy? What's wrong? What's going on?
Prancer and Garnet are fighting fit, but all the others, including Teddy, are sick. In fact, I was sicker than yesterday.
I better get Dr. Judy in again. What do you reckon it is, Red?
He's just like, shit, another vet bill we have to fucking pay. That's what he's thinking right now. Why do we have to pay for all these vet bills?
It must be something you guys did on the trail.
Well, I didn't do anything.
No, Lisa's right. It was something the horses did.
Drink from the creek.
That must be it. Hi, guys. What do you think of my coat? Can we borrow your ponies?
Thanks, guys.
I don't know why you're asking them. They're school ponies. Like, they don't get the right to determine who rides them. The question should be, are you using your ponies in a lesson as you get priority of them during that time? Can we use them? Not, can we use your ponies things? It's not their ponies, they're school ponies. Ask Drew.
What about my coat?
No, we just want your ponies.
We have to search along the banks.
Christy, what do you think of my coat? Bit small. It'd look better on Melanie, I think.
That's what I think too.
You're not getting it, Melanie.
Okay, no need to snap.
Clearly Ashley has snapped because Melanie has asked for it several times and she goes, back off, Veronica gave it to me. I would do the exact same thing.
Danger, industrial waste. Phew, it stinks. Look at all the goo coming in. It's coming from over there. Maybe they're dumping more stuff. Let's go.
That's why I love countries like Singapore, where it is illegal to litter. if you were caught doing this in Singapore, you can expect jail time. But in somewhere like Australia, if you report littering, the police don't really care. Like, they have posters and whatnot saying report littering and all this. But when you actually do, they don't care. They have bigger things to worry about. And that's why, you know, I love countries like Singapore, where you can expect jail time for doing this. You can expect jail time for spitting. You can expect jail time for chewing gum. Which in my mind is the most disgusting thing in the world. I don't know why people chew gum. Like, ugh, I hate gum. Go to Singapore, look around about how clean the air is, how visible everything is, and then you'll realise just how much damage littering does. You didn't tie up your horses, so they're more likely going to walk over to that stream and drink, and then your horses will be poisoned the next day. They were just so lucky that someone was there as they rode down, because what would they have done if that man had was left 2 minutes ago? What would they have done?
Shut the sluice gate!
There's poison flowing down the Clearwater stream. Shut the sluice gate.
Now! Do it now!
I will do it because two 13-year-old girls told me to.
Lisa and Veronica cooperated so closely in their life-saving ride that I'm making Veronica co-captain of the navigation team.
I mean, you're not captain, you're still co-captain, sweetie.
This has come at the right time, and so I'm going to put it towards fixing the fence in the yard, yeah?
Don't you think Veronica and Lisa should get half of that, seeming it's their identification of finding it? Why does Pine Hollow get rewarded? Shouldn't it go to Lisa and Veronica? Like, if I was part of a riding school and I saved the town from dying from poison drinking water, I would expect my reward. I wouldn't want to go to my riding school. Give me the reward. I did all the hard work.
I have the results of Stevie's C-level equestrian certificate.
And I'm going to reveal it all so you all can hear. Normally these are given to you in private. You get like a little envelope with your score and you can reveal it in private. You don't get really shamed or appreciated in a big group.
A++ mark!
I love that whole congratulations thing, because the amount of time I see the whole people write congrats because they don't know how to spell congratulations and it's all spelled funny. So I love seeing like congratulations spelled correctly, because that is the definition of why people spell congrats, because no one can spell congratulations properly. Another episode done and dusted. If you did like this episode, please give it a big thumbs up, and also please do subscribe for more, and please sign the petition that I have linked in the description box. Basically, if you know many singles from season 2 when I'm released, one of them is even in an episode, and 2 whole albums from season 3 when unreleased, and that breaks my heart, because why even tease us that these music are going to come out if they never did? So I'm started a petition to see if I can bring it to people's attention, and also asking if people could spread the word to see if they know anyone who worked on the show. Even if it was just like something small, they might have the contact to help us release this music and make 14 of us happy at least. So if you could please do that, that would be amazing. And I will see you next time in the next episode. Bye guys.